A little cloudy today. I need to grab 2 buckets. There's one. I believe yesterday while we were planting, a neighbor dropped off some seed. Yes, it looks like there's 6 bags of corn in there. We're gonna do another little test strip, just trying a different hybrid of corn. And then now I need to come in here. Cooper's gonna be filling up with seed again. We're gonna need to put 2 different hybrids on him. I gotta see what we got, make sure it matches with my list. I'm thinking I'm gonna match him with a 107 day and a 110 day. I try to make lists for everybody when it comes to getting seed. Like, I'm kind of the seed guy. I put together what we're gonna get, where we're gonna put it. And then when they come in and they're looking at all these different numbers and hybrids and varieties and it's super confusing and they're all different, it makes it a lot easier if they just have 2 that they have to pick. So for the day, I just try to make a little work order for them. So I need to find, I have an extra hybrid here that I don't have on my list. And they're both 107 days. I'm really pretty excited for this Champion 107 day. We haven't planted this one before, so kind of trying something new here. Send a picture to Dad. We don't have a door handle on there yet, so you gotta be pretty careful with how you shut the door so you don't actually slam your fingers in the door, but yet you also want to make sure you get the door shut. One of the challenges I'm kind of running into this year is coming with the size of the seed that we're planting. Our planter, our white planter, does not like anything but a medium round seed. And there's different spectrums of medium round seeds. There's kind of, it's a scale. You can be on the smaller end or the larger end. Basically what we got this year is all on the smaller end of a medium round seed. And so we ordered 10 different hybrids. 5 of them come in at the lower end of the medium round seed size, and the other 5 are either small rounds or small flats, which our planter barely likes a medium round under normal conditions to get good singulation. So the small rounds and the small flats, it absolutely does not like. So I'm trying to plant them with this planter, and come to find out this planter does not really like the small rounds and small flats either. Inside of here, I currently have these set up running on a medium setting for the double eliminator that's inside of there. So I'm gonna pull all these off. I gotta pull all the bowls out. So I got my buckets to collect the seed. And we're gonna try to put that up on the tightest setting. I'm getting like anywhere from 95 to 99% singulation. With this particular planter, I should be rocking like 99 the whole time at least. I thought there was like a little catcher thing here, but I'm not seeing it. Cut most of it. Basically, as this bowl is going along, those little holes in the outside is where the seed gets picked up on, and then these little whisker things are what end up knocking if there's 2 seeds that get inside of one of those holes, it knocks it out. So right now we have it on the middle setting. I think I need to turn it up. Not that far, that's way too aggressive. Should be a top setting right there. When you're eating corn on the cob, look at the cob towards the bottom. The kernels are bigger, and then as you get towards the top, they get smaller. The bottom, they're round. The top, they're round. In the middle, they're flat. So if you're at the lower end of the middle, that's a large flat. Top end of the middle, that's a small flat. Top is a small round. Bottom is a large round. So that's how they determine what the different types of corn are, the different sizes. There's supposed to be a little yellow tool plastic bowl thingy that goes underneath there. Then you put your bucket down there and it runs it right in nice and clean. But I don't know where ours is. We're gonna blame Gary since he emptied them yesterday. And we're doing the thing again where it doesn't want to fill up with seed in the tubes. So it shows the planter's planting absolutely nothing. And I don't know why it does that. I fought this for over an hour last night and then it finally went. And now it's doing the exact same thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I got air on, I hit the fill button that's supposed to fill the meters. I had seed at first, and then all of a sudden I ran it, and then every row went empty. I don't understand. Just called Zach from Van Wall. He was walking me through. He's kind of stumped, and then he said, "Well, you got the CCS on, right?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" Come to find out, you got to have it lowered down into the ground. It's supposed to be pumping seed from those yellow tanks down to the row units now. So I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes, let it fill those lines. It shouldn't take that long, but we're just going to give it the benefit of the doubt. We're going to try it again here in a second. We'll run the whole planter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Zach, you're a genius! Run for president, Zach. You probably wouldn't win, but you're not really old enough, so you wouldn't win. But you're a genius.
Our community made, the top 7 most charming cities in Iowa list. I thought that was sick.
Woo! Let's go Waterloo. We're all going to Morgs after this, right?
Woo! Morgs! Yeah! Sit at the table for an hour before we get our food and spend an hour in the bathroom afterwards. It's good. So this is the plot. It's already been planted, or the bean part of it's been planted. So we got the nice striping action. So the white part is the area that we're going to be planting corn into. So what we're going to do, we're going to get out. We're going to raise all of those row units so they're basically barely scratching the ground, so that way we're not disturbing the stuff that's already planted. And then that half is going to be set to be planting corn. We planted this at 1 3/4 inches deep, so we're planting at 2 1/4 now, so we should be in a stale seed bed in the bottom of the furrow. So that's good. We're just going to have a lot of in and out adjusting stuff, and I got to figure out how to get all my hybrid information in this monitor, because we're going to be doing a little bit of population variance throughout the rows as well. Okay, deeper is down, so we're just going to go all the way up. Top setting. We're going to have to get out and do that every single pass for about 55 acres. I made a mistake when I planted beans into this the other day. The rows that were going to have corn in them, I just put a population of 0 on the monitor in them, but the row is still digging to normal depth. Now when I come back, that row has been able to dry out a little bit, so when I'm planting right on top of it, dry soil is falling down into the furrow, and it's kind of mixing it all up, and I'm having a hard time making a good sidewall. So what I ended up doing, I just shifted my line over about 8 inches. So I'm planting 8 inches to the side of the old row. So that way we're in some stale soil now. So we're getting a good sidewall and stuff. I'm just really trying to get this dialed in. I'm still had enough of dry soil just on the side of it. So when I make my furrow, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But in the areas where it's good, if I go a ton of pressure down to make a better one, then I'm packing the sidewall. So I've kind of had to pick a little bit of a happy medium. I'd say I'm 85% happy with what's going on, but it is what it is. This is the plot. Sometimes conditions aren't perfect, and we're just dealing with it. Well, planter's doing its thing again on me. We made it down and back, so made progress. Now row 1. I have no seed in the little box. It's not planting. I can't get seed to get to it for some reason. Obviously seed inside of it. With the amount of flow that thing has coming out of there, that should just be launching through that tube. Okay, we're working 100% singulation. We're not gonna question it. We don't know what we did. We just fixed the problem. I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. Now it's row 11. I literally drove 10 feet. I put in a lot of talc, or at least what I think is a lot of talc. Maybe I'm not putting enough in, but I'd be putting in like 2 gallons in I probably put in a gallon of talc per side. And I had a 45 unit box and I split it in half. I have 22 units of corn in each side. There's a little bit. I think we've been at it for 4 hours and we've planted about 6 acres so far. I just want to get this plot done. Once the plot's done, then I can just go. But right now I have to get it out of the cab so much and adjust things around. And I mean, that's the whole point of the plot, which is fine. But, you know, while the going's good, you kind of like to get it done. What's this? Oh, look at that. Like black Parmesan cheese. This is just talc. It's chalkboard chalk, real fine, and its whole point is just as a fluid agency, and it's supposed to just make things slide real slip. Just think when you have chalk on your hands, how slippery they feel. Works the exact same way with the seeds, helps them slide through the tubes. I just feel like I put a lot in there, so maybe we just have like a sticky seed treatment on it or something, or there's enough humidity out today, that could be what it is, where I just need extra because it's just kind of hanging up on itself. Oh, there was that yellow thing I was looking for earlier. How did that get there? Okay, let's try it again. This time it's gonna work. We drove another 10 feet, now row number 3. We literally put twice as much talc and graphite in this planter as we normally do with ours, and we've never had a single problem with ours one time. I know this is a different planter, so I mean I expect that, but you would think double talc graphite you would be a-okay. Like I put a lot in there. It's working! Hopefully that talked up fresh stuff we just put in works its way into those lines real quick. You dirty dog, stinking! Ah!
How far are you in your plot right now?
I'm on literally my second pass.
Oh wow. Looks white in there, so there's some in there. But it might take a, I don't know how quick it
I know,
down.
Cycle through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this stick and I'm gonna push stuff to the side.
Oh, make a hole so it funnels down.
Yeah, just it's wet enough outside right now.
Humidity, I know. You just don't know.
What's this?
We're gonna see if it'll bend down in there.
Okay. I just set everything up in the ground and this tube stayed empty. There was nothing coming out of there at all, so it just makes me wonder if something somehow's plugging up in there.
Where are you going? Back. Corn's coming out there. I think with all that air pressure, it just like zoom out there.
I know it.
I suppose if it can't let the air...
It's like if you take a garden hose and you plug the other end and you try blowing into it, you can't get anything in.
Yeah.
So I don't know, do we need to just get some wrenches here and take this cover off and so we can get that line all the way out, because it's obviously plugged up somewhere. We have a nice volunteer corn patch right here.
Yeah.
What gave them inspiration for that shirt?
I don't know.
We fixed it!
I hope so. Anyhow, corn blew out of it. Sometimes when you're running a new piece of equipment, it can be us as the operator running it wrong or whatever. And I know we always want to try to point fingers that it's the machine or it's this and that. But we know it's not, because there's quite a few of these planters in the neighborhood and the neighbors absolutely love them. So we just got to sit back and try to figure out. We put more talc into the planter. Maybe we didn't have the seed slick enough, but then too, the seed almost seems like it's a little bit sticky, maybe the moisture. So different seed can act up different. Just got to get it figured out. But it's one of them days you just got to sit back and kind of relax and get her figured out. Right now, Cole's moving, so let's hope the bugs are worked out. We put more talc in and we'll see what happens. Not Not a good sign when you see the planter stop 200 feet from where it was just at. Oh no.
Another row plug made it 100 feet this time, so made it a little further. Row number 11, we noticed something while we were back there. There's 2 holes about the size of half my pinky finger right there. A bunch of air is pouring out of that, and that is what supplies pressure to the inside of the tank, which is what supplies pressure to the line. So if we're getting a bunch bleeding out right here, maybe we're just not getting the pressure to the lines that we should be, and that's why, mixed with maybe the more humidity, is what's causing us to get lines to fill up. This is weird. So it's row number 11, number 3, or number 1. Does that remind you of the old grain vac?
Yeah.
And then we got a new one in the mix. Row number 9. Number 9, come on down. I was able just to shake a hose for that one. Hopefully, now we're starting to get some of that new talc mixed in seed that we mixed in with the shovel. Hopefully that's getting in the lines now, so we don't have to deal with this anymore. And hopefully taping up that back air line thingy, that should help too. Good to see old row number 2 is being feisty now. Row number 10! Row 11! Hey, look who it is. It's Gary from Van Wall. He's bringing out that piece that we ended up taping up. He's got a new one of those he's going to slap on here real quick. Gary showed up right as Dad brought lunch, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of hangry right now, so I'm just going to pull the polite move and not be around people for a few minutes. I think I've got 11 acres done in 8 hours. Hey, Dino and Gary's here too. Row number 8. Bye, Gary. Thanks for the help. And it's now raining. We're not gonna complain. Rain makes corn, right? Rain makes corn. We need the rain. I just wanted to get that plot done before it rained. Is what it is. Ooh, coming down quite a bit harder now.
Not sure, but I think you gotta take one of them big black totes and stick right in here. We
Okay.
do it after it's dry tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
But
Anybody want to try to pull that John Deere planter or other John Deere in?
we could.
It's really a beautiful rain. Get on all those beans. Get that 32% worked in.
32 is really what I would like to see, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, looking at the 10-day forecast, there's going to be some great days here this next week to plant corn. So
yeah. Now, if it dries up enough on top where you can outline and, you know.
that's true. It's true, because that's going to take about half a day to do anyway.
Yeah.